morning, everyone. Welcome inside the FamilyDeal.com 7 Sports Cave. I am Justin Rose. Let's get started with some of the news of the day. Of course, Miguel Cabrera, speculation on his injury continues. He had a sore right knee that has caused him issues all season long. Friday, it finally took him out of the lineup. He did not play on Saturday either. Had an MRI that day. The Tigers have sent his results sent to multiple different physicians for second opinions. Cabrera, of course, did not play again today either. Something to keep an eye on. His injuries have been something that have held him back. The Braves jumped out on the Tigers today, though. Dansby Swanson, he had 2 RBIs, giving Atlanta a 3-0 lead through 5 innings. Top of the 8th, the Tigers' bats got him back into the game. First, it's Grayson Greiner with a man on, 2-run shot, his 5th home run of the year. Timely, of course. Very next batter, it's Jacoby Jones. He gets his 6th of the season, and suddenly this game tied at 3. Not so bad, but in the bottom of that inning, Joe Jimenez, the Tigers' all-star from a year ago, did not have that caliber of appearance. First, he walks Swanson, then Freddie Freeman comes in, doubles, sends him home to break the tie. The Braves would add 3 more runs, and they were kind of ugly. This throwing error to second by Jimenez, not so hot. The Braves win the game 7-3. They win the series 2-1, and the Tigers end their 9-game road trip with just 4 wins and 5 losses.
All it takes is one hit, and everybody gets up and gets going, and we score a run, and everybody's, patting each other, and it's fun. And that's what I like about these guys. They won't just roll over. They're going to keep getting after it, and I'm proud of them for that. We had a lot of fans here, a lot of Tiger fans, really loud. And I think that made us feel pretty good, too, that they showed their support, yelled, hooted, and hollered, and our guys get into that when that happens.
Certainly a bummer that loss happened today, but no more disappointing than this. 9 years ago today, the perfect game that never was. Armando Galarraga had it. Definitely, no doubt about it. Perfect game at Comerica Park. Jim Joyce botched the final call, saying the runner was safe there. Nobody in the building or the world could believe it. It's one of those remember where you were moments because, look at the tape. He definitely had. Why can't they go back, guys? Why can't they go back and review these things and put him in the Hall of Fame with a perfect game? I don't get it. Come on, we got replay everywhere else. We might as well fix the mistakes that are clear as day. Anywho, Indy Car Racers. Well, we've had him on this show plenty of times. They talk about how much they love the Detroit Grand Prix. They love the race. They love the track. They love the city. They just love coming here, and they certainly love to win here. It's a tough track coming off the heels of the Indy 500. Joseph Newgarden, he won yesterday, sitting on the pole today after a good race this morning. He was hoping to become just the 2nd driver to sweep the weekend. No rain today, but that didn't mean the cars weren't going to run into each other like they usually do. The first lap, especially messy. Tony Kanaan, Simon Pagenaud didn't even make it out of the first lap without getting banged up. Pagenaud would return to the race much later, but he would not follow up his Indy 500 win with any success this weekend. Newgarden wanted that sweep, but he and James Hinchcliffe get tangled up in the corner. Newgarden not happy about it. Alexander Rossi, he gets away from this crash just barely right there. He finished 2nd yesterday, would not place today. Lucky to get out of that one, though. The beauty of this race, though, is that each day is different. Scott Dixon crashed yesterday, left the race, didn't return, and of course today he comes back and wins the whole thing. It's his 3rd win in Detroit overall, 45th career win as well.
Rough day yesterday. I had a pretty good headache today, and my wrist was pretty sore after that one, but I just drove the wheels off it, and they did all the strategy, and the strategy is what nailed it. So I can't believe that we ended up here today, and it's fantastic. We still missed in qualifying a little bit today. We weren't the quickest car, which we were definitely frustrated about, but I'm just happy, for Honda, for PNC. We win in Detroit. It's awesome.
Now NASCAR will be in Michigan at MIS next Sunday. Pennsylvania today, though, for the Pocono 400. Kyle Busch with the win. It's his 55th career Cup Series victory. Ties him with Hall of Famer Rusty Wallace for 9th all-time. Brad Keselowski, he finished 2nd today. The Rochester Hills native gets another shot at his nemesis, trying to get his first win in his home state at MIS. Gosh, one of these days, right? Come on. The guy grew up watching that race all the time. A day after having its 19-game win streak snapped by Mississippi State, Central Michigan's baseball season ended in the regional round with an 18-3 loss to Miami. The Chippewas finished the season 47-14, tying them for the program record for all-time wins in a season. I like that. Michigan, meanwhile, they have a chance to win the regional title tonight against Creighton. They were down 2-0 in the bottom of the third until Jimmy Kerr gets the call and makes the Blue Jays pay. Apparently, that's the longest home run over top of that batter's eye that anyone has ever seen in that park. Michigan, they're now on top of Creighton. If they hold on to win, they'll be regional champions. That would be nice. There's a slim chance they could host the Super Regional. We'll know more about that tomorrow. NBA Finals Game 2 in Toronto tonight. The Warriors trying to send the series back to California with a 1-1 series tie. Would they be able to do such a thing? The Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, lit up the Raptors, 48 combined points, part of a third quarter where they outscored the Raptors by 13. That was the big difference maker in this one. Thompson did leave the game with a strained left hamstring. He would not return. Down in the final minute, things got interesting. Danny Green hits the three to pull the game within just 2 points. But the Warriors, they found their clutch gene as well, and it came from an underrated source. Andre Iguodala left absolutely wide open there. Warriors win at 109-104. They're headed back home with the series all knotted up at 1.
Let's play into the finish. Everybody just stay composed. I mean, they're a great team. They make runs, but that third quarter we imposed our will, got stops from defensive end, and no matter how ugly it was down the stretch, got it done.
Final round of the Memorial Tournament in Ohio, par 3, 8th hole. Tiger Woods, 8 under par, hitting his tee shot, landing it on a ridge, rolling within just 5 feet. Chance for a birdie. Tiger shoots a 5 under 67 on Sunday. He finished tied for 9th, never really threatened the lead though. Martin Kaymer, he held a 4-shot lead over Patrick Cantlay entering the final round. On the par 4, 13th, Kaymer hitting his approach way right into the rough, makes bogey from there. He shoots an even par 72 on Sunday, fails to convert on his 54-hole lead. Patrick Cantlay, though, he took advantage of that. Par 4, 14th hole, he drops the birdie putt there. And then on 18, here's the putt for par and the win. He rolls it in, shoots the lowest final round at Memorial for a winner with an 8 under 64. That is certainly worthwhile of a championship. That's his second career victory. Well, the Rocket Mortgage Classic coming, and some of those players today will be in Detroit in a couple of weeks, but and also a few interesting local folks. They have a chance to get in as well. I'll have that story of a local guy trying to make his way into that field coming up a little bit later. But first, we got to talk about this guy, Calvin Johnson. Dave Burkett of the Free Press spoke with him in person yesterday about his thoughts of getting back on the good side with the Lions and what is it going to take. We'll discuss those comments, OTAs and minicamp, and much more on the FamilyDeal.com Sports Cave right after this quick break. Stay with us.